The chronicles in this week's episode are: first, Dimos Papakonstatinou will be talking with us from Greece. His institution is CRETHIDEV. And then Erika Giovanetto from Brussels, Belgium, will talk with us about herself and her institution, the Italian Belgian Chamber of Commerce. I hope you like it.
Welcome everyone to the InnovEU, the EU Project Chronicles. This is a podcast with a fancy name, but it's a simple thing, nothing fancy. My name is Fernando Gaspar. I've been doing EU projects for quite some time now, and I can say I have developed a passion for this activity. Well, and that's the reason why we're now doing this podcast. So in the podcast, we'll be having weekly episodes, short ones, in which we will be talking about institutions, projects, programs, and in the end of the day, we'll be talking about people. People who create projects, who implement projects, people who are impacted, affected by the projects. We'll be talking about this reality of EU-funded projects on a weekly basis. This will be short interviews and add video content on each week's episode. And the podcast is published on Substack as a part of the Polis Doxa newsletter. It's in the free part of the newsletter. But then the podcast is distributed on every platform we can access, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere. So you can follow us anywhere and share with your friends in any of these platforms. Please do. And also, if you want your project, your institution, or yourself featured in the podcast, please get in touch with us. Send us an email, direct message, anywhere you choose, any way you choose. Well, don't send pigeons, not that communication medium. To any other medium, please get in touch with us. So I'll stop here so that we can start the episode. Thank you.
So, good morning, everyone, and welcome to InnovEU. Thank you, Dimos, for being with us. Today we have Dimos Papakonstatinou with us, talking with us straight from Greece. Thank you for being here. Welcome. You are with CRETHIDEV.
CRETHIDEV, exactly.
That's the right name. Okay. Could you tell us a little bit about your organization and yourself? Where are you based in Greece?
First of all, thank you very much, Fernando. I think it's a very good and useful initiative you have taken. We are located in Athens, in a suburb of Athens. We are located in Athens, in Greece. CRETHIDEV is a non-profit organization established by myself 10 years ago. But behind CRETHIDEV, there is a long experience for me being founder and managing director of a Greek institution for small and medium enterprises under the Organization of Small and Medium Enterprises, OMEH. This institute was called LKD, very famous institute, and covered a lot of activities in SMEs, a lot of sectors, the leather sector, the footwear sector, the textile, the garment, the gold and silver, the marble, the polymers, the furniture. So it was a multi-sectorial and multi-technological training, research, and design institution. Unfortunately, at 2010, all these organizations collapsed. It was a crisis in Greece, and that's why I decided to create CRETHIDEV. The name of CRETHIDEV came to me from my second master degree, because originally I'm a chemist graduated from University of Athens. My first degree was in leather technology, a master degree in England, Northampton, and the second was in Leicester in design management. And in design management, which was a new area for me, I learned very useful things to follow. And first of all was creativity. Be creative. There is a big difference between the creative thinking and the conventional thinking. In the conventional thinking, you just change your feet. In the creative thinking, you make a lot of success, a lot of change, and very important for organizations which they like to be protagonist is the change. You have to change, not do the same things every day. You have to change, and to change before the environment around you changes, and leave the others to follow you. So you must leader in change. So we're talking for change, creativity, communication. You must have open doors into your organization and outside. Don't be afraid. Okay, share your knowledge, share your ideas, be in networks. So the benefits are much more than the risk you have. So to be an open organization.
Would you agree if I said that this activity you funded projects is mostly about networking? That's the most important part. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, of course.
So tell us, what kind of projects have you done in the past 10 years with CRETHIDEV?
Up to now, we have done more than 70 projects, and really, yes, really, when I create CRETHIDEV, I never have imagined this very high, very quick development. And the basis for this development was the networking. I started with projects in the area which was familiar to me, the small and medium enterprises. But now we are doing projects in every sector because we have abilities, let's say transversal abilities in management, in dissemination, in quality assurance, in evaluation. So we know how to manage things, and as a very flexible organization, in case we don't know very well the subject, we can hire everybody under contract. So we do projects for health, we do projects for sports, we do projects for social inclusion, for digital technologies, for everything. We work with more than 300 organizations. Not only in Europe, we do projects with Mongolia, with Indonesia, with India, with Tunis, Jordan, Egypt. Yeah, a lot of projects. Mainly, we know very well Erasmus program, the Erasmus capacity building for higher education, the Erasmus capacity, vocational capacity, the Erasmus innovation, all the Erasmus youth sports, but also who are involved in MED project, in EA grants project. We have a very good network. And that we try to do is to be accurate, to be responsible partners, so everybody to to work with us and come also to Athens for Uzo, for Sirtaki, for...
Don't tell me about Uzo. We'll have your, let me say this, it's important, we'll have your contact information in the notes of the podcast so that anyone who wants to get in touch with you, with CRETHIDEV, can look for the contacts in the notes of the podcast. But from that experience, and I'm quite impressed with the numbers you mentioned, what was your favorite project? Do you have a favorite project?
The favorite projects I like are the capacity building higher education, which is our project between European organizations and organizations in non-European countries. Of course, the target group are universities, but also it's allowed market actors and other organizations to participate. Why do I like this project more? Because this project are not only training projects, are also cultural projects. It's very important to visit all these countries, to meet people from different nations, from different religion, from different culture. And my conclusion, after visiting more than 70 countries and more than 650 cities in the world, is that if there is a God, all we are children of the same God. The God is not different for the Christians, not different for the Muslims, for the Buddhists, is one. And all we are children of the same God.
As a Christian, I would say amen to that. Yeah, I like that idea very much. Now you lost me. Yeah, I was going to ask you something else. Yes. Now I remember. What are your plans for the future? What do you see CRETHIDEV do? What do you see CRETHIDEV doing in the near future?
Okay, this year I invested a lot in new personnel, young people. I have hired 5 young people with different background, and we will focus in submitting together with our partners as more mainly Erasmus project. We can apply. So I like to see a CRETHIDEV as a, let's say, a citizen of the world, useful for my country, for my colleagues, for my staff, but also for the benefit of the society in Europe and in other countries. This is my spirit, to be useful and to assist and bring people together.
Following that idea, taking that idea, what you've been working in this area for a long time. What do you think was your 2 things? What was your best contribution in this activity, and what would you take home? What was your main benefit from doing this project?
First of all, I enjoy doing this project. It's something I love, because if you don't love something, you never succeed. So you have to enjoy what you are doing. Also, we have helped a lot universities in Uzbekistan, in Kazakhstan, in India, people to adapt technology training from Europe, and to bring also them close to us. And as I told you before, these projects are not only a project training or research, are also cultural projects. Are a project which brings people from one country to another together, and we promote very valid ideas of peace, of humanity. It's not only training, how to train. is also to bring people together and realize that we can work and we can live in a peaceful way. And in a cooperative way also, in a cooperative way. We learn each from the other.
Yeah, I see your point. Everybody learns from these projects, including the people who come from the most developed countries. I agree with you in that. I have to tell you, when I first thought about creating this podcast, you were the first person I thought I have to have him on the podcast, because I see you a little bit as an impersonation of the spirit of this EU fund, this net collaboration projects. It's the way I see it. In each of these projects, the project is as strong as the weakest member, and the success of the project depends on having everyone reach a high level in their performance. And I think you really impersonate. I didn't know the numbers. I didn't know you had done so many projects, but that only strengthens my idea that you are the impersonation of EU funded projects, and I'm very happy you accepted to be here. Let me just ask you final thought to close this interview. What's your final message?
My final message is that we can work as a scientist, as a human being, on a creative way with teamwork, because the basis today is not the one, is the team. I believe to the team, and in the team, everybody has a role, and the role can be contributing, one to contribute and complete the other. And of course, a team needs a good leader. Leader without a team does not exist, but team without the leader does not exist. So let's create teamwork, and promote the research, the education, the culture, for the benefit of our societies, and for the benefit of humanity.
I still have to ask you one final question. If you could change anything in this process of applying and implementing and reporting EU-funded projects, if you could change one thing, what would it be?
It's a difficult question.
Yeah, I say the hardest for the end.
It's a difficult question. I will say more money for these projects and less money for guns.
I will say amen to that as well. And I think that's the perfect closure.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Dimos.
Thank you very much also. Thank you, Fernando.
Erica, thank you for being here with us today. I have the pleasure of talking with Erica Giovanetto. I hope this is the right pronunciation. She is with the Chamber of Commerce, helping here. Italian Belgian or Belgian-Italian?
Yes, well, basically it's the same, but we can say Belgian-Italian Chamber of Commerce.
Okay, Erica is talking with us directly from sunny Brussels, and thank you for being here. So I just want to ask you, have you ever worked on a EU-funded project before?
Okay, thank you, Fernando, for inviting me and our chamber. Well, with regard to the European funding, we are involved. The Chamber of Commerce is involved since a while, since a long time, I would say, because it's more than 20 years that the Chamber works with European fundings. And actually, it was one of the first bilateral chambers to work, to be involved in these kind of programs. And so this is why also the reason why the chamber organizes is also let's say a kind of educational institute, because we offer also classes and courses about the European project funding process. So the chamber has been involved since a while in organizing specific classes for to spread the knowledge and the processes about how to participate and how to write projects in order to obtain the European funding. So yes, I would say, as an organization, we are involved since a while in this world. Me personally,
what programs have you? Can you make a list?
Yes, mostly Erasmus Plus programs, because as I said, we are involved in the education also sector. So for sure, Erasmus Plus programs, but also with the project Erasmus for Young Entrepreneurs, we participate since a while in the one that was in the past COSME program and now is a single market program. We have currently a project ongoing within the Creative Europe program. An interesting project about how do you say? But here I mess it up. Here you will have to cut. I always say an interesting program about no, I don't know how to say this.
Say
anyway,
that in Italian.
Just cut. On the promotion on how to produce a good sustainable gelato.
Ice cream.
Yes, and then we are currently involved in a new project that we'll have to start, that's within the CERV program.
Okay. So, and this, I'm asking you this because there's a misconception I hear often. Many people think that there's EU-funded programs, they basically fund fundamental research. I once had someone tell me that that's only for very fundamental physics. That's not, you don't do that. You don't work in physics or in fundamental research, so that you mentioned quite different programs. Creative in the creative industries, and you have CERV and you have Erasmus. They are quite different. Can you tell us your personal experience in which programs have you worked in? What did you like the best?
Yes, me personally, I'm involved in European projects since 3 years, let's say, and so far, I can say that I have more knowledge about the Erasmus Plus programs. I think because, of course, they are the easier one, maybe, with regard to the technicism in order to be developed. And also the knowledge that you must have within this kind of program. So, and also as the budget is quite low compared to other programs, you don't have to prepare a huge project proposal, no? The writing work is not huge. Also the partnership is not huge, so it's quite easy, I would say, once you know the basic rules, to get involved and to know how to correctly write this kind of projects. But anyway, within the Erasmus Plus programs, there are several a lot of sectors and a lot of pillars. So I don't want now to make it too easy, but anyway, there are some pillars that are maybe easier, and there are other sectors and other kind of priorities within the programs that are also that require more work. So yes, this is the program that I know better so far because I'm being involved more also. And with regard to the other programs, I didn't participate to the writing phase, but I'm involved as in the implementation. So I'm not an expert I can say that I'm not an expert in the writing project, in the knowledge of all the policies and all the background that you must have in order to write a good proposal. But of course,
let me ask you a question, because now that you're mentioning it, I can see, in my view, there are three main phases or three main areas you have to work on for a successful project: writing it, writing the application, implementing it, and reporting it. Of these three, which one do you prefer to work on?
Maybe I would say the writing phase is more interesting because it's also creative somehow, and yes, I think this is more suitable for myself. But the implementation phase sometimes is hard because you are not there are not the same people that created the proposal that are working on it. So sometimes you have to find the better way to create to reach your goals, the expected results foreseen in the proposal. Yes, and sometimes you need. I think that what I learned so far, that what is most important here is the not only the expertise, but also the how do you say, la buena intención. How do you say?
Goodwill. Yeah,
the good yes, the good, how do you
goodwill,
say,
maybe.
the good mood of the partnership, because the partnership is very important. It's the most important one of the most important features within the European programs. If you have good partners, and if every partner do his job, his tasks, you will reach the target. You will reach good and high level results also.
I see your point about the creative side of writing the proposals. I agree with you, but I would say that I also value very much the implementation phase, where you have to put together a lot of people from different countries, different cultures, and for the same project, the same goals. That's a challenging but also very interesting phase. Anyway, I really hate reporting. That's what I want to get to. That's the worst part of it. Well, Erika, thank you for those views. Tell me, what was your favorite experience in the projects you have worked on? Which was your favorite, and what did you like the best?
Well, one really interesting part of the European project, of course, are the international meetings, because you have the chance to get in touch with people that you maybe only knew online, and you have the chance to visit beautiful cities and get in touch and know specific culture and open your mind in this sense is I think is a very the real European added values is also through these kind of activities that are foreseen within the projects. So far, if I have to say my favorite project, I would say maybe the Erasmus for Young Entrepreneurs program, because this is a very huge program, but compared to the others, maybe I can see better the final results because you are directly in contact with the people involved in the program, because this project is about to foster entrepreneurship with the to foster young entrepreneurship within mobility. So you are in touch, you are in contact with entrepreneurs from all around Europe, and you have the chance to support them in create their own business. So you can see directly the benefits of this program, sometimes speaking directly with entrepreneurs that participate in the program. And this is, I think, is a very good and interesting program.
Okay, let me ask you one really difficult question. If you could change anything in this European funded, in the process of these projects, what would that be? What would you change?
Okay. Well, maybe there is not something that I would change, but there is something that I would like that it will be easier for local institutions to reach these funding, because we talk a lot about European funding, and then of course here in Brussels everybody knows what they are, but still locally is something that maybe is known, but is a lot there are still a lot of difficulties and wrong ideas about this word. I think because of sometimes for political reasons, sometimes for bureaucracy reasons, maybe, but it's still something that I think there are a lot of opportunities that maybe still are unknown from the local
I see your
from
point,
local
and I agree
regions.
with you.
So
Yeah.
yes, I would like to do something. Maybe something that should be done would be in this sense.
Yeah, I agree with you. There is still a lot of misconception and shortage of information about many about the programs from the part of the many SMEs, many local institutions who really either don't know about the opportunities or they have the wrong ideas about yeah, I agree with you that. Oh, okay, so that we can finish, I'm just going to ask you to tell us a little bit about the future. What is the Chamber of Commerce looking forward? What are you going to do? What are you planning to do?
Well, always in relation to the European funding, I guess, is the question, yes. Mostly. We would like to continue on this path and maybe improve our knowledge and expertise also to other programs. As I said before, we started with the Erasmus Plus, but we would like to increase the knowledge and to open to new opportunities that for sure there are a lot, as we said. So I think this would be, yes, important for the chamber and also for all the organization like our.
Okay, so I will put your contacts in the notes of the podcast, and anyone who is interested in contacting you can look for your contact there. Anything else you want to add before I close?
No, it was a pleasure. Thank you very much for inviting me.
We thank
And
you.
for sure, for any further information also with regard to programs that we are carry on, like the Erasmus for Young Entrepreneurs, as I said, don't hesitate to contact me. And here we are.
Okay, Erika, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you, Fernando.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Closing for now. InnovEU, the EU Project Chronicles, is a weekly video podcast. Subscribe the Polis Doxa newsletter in Substack to receive every podcast episode. If you liked this episode, please press like in whatever platform you are watching or listening. Also, please share InnovEU and Polis Doxa with anyone you feel will enjoy it. Credits: author and host Fernando C. Gaspar. Music: Hugo Gaspar. Lisboa, Portugal 2024. Reach us at fagaspariscal.iplpt.